and welcome to the Wine on Wine presented by Blue Jays Today. I'm your host, Adam Peddle, everybody.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock. And today, guys, we're going to be chilling with y'all at the end of the week. Sadly, no wine on this Wine on Wine for the boys because we're still recovering from last weekend where it wasn't wine that we had too much of, but just overall alcohol
Beer.
in general.
Lots of different beers and different seltzers.
You hear that right there,
and
guys?
yeah,
that's,
and we're also sick. We caught something. Not COVID.
No, not COVID. But
COVID.
yeah, the boys were in Buffalo last weekend cheering on the Buffalo Bills and being absolutely annihilated by Jonathan Taylor. But that's neither here nor there. We're here right now to talk some baseball, to talk some Blue Jays, to talk some free agency.
Yeah.
Title of the video, big guy. When will the Blue Jays make a free agency move?
Well, they have basically until next Wednesday night, because that's December 1st at 11:59, which is next Wednesday p.m. That's when the CBA agreement ends and no more transactions can happen. So they basically have until then.
They have until then. So I got to ask you, do you think they get one done before Wednesday? That gives us this weekend. And that gives us Monday, Tuesday, basically.
Maybe they get a bullpen guy. Maybe some talks come with a bullpen guy coming up because I'm kind of on the train now where people like Ray and people like Semien, the big guys with dollars that need massive amounts of money, I feel like they're not gonna sign before Wednesday. Right. I feel like they're gonna wait till after CBA is done.
Okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. By the way, guys, breaking news right now. Dal Kermes says, I'm depressed that Escobar can't be signed by the Jays now. And yeah, we should touch a little bit on the fact that Eduardo Escobar, like 60 minutes ago, basically, it's like confirmed going to the New York Mets, which really sucks for us because he was a guy that we were looking at. Dal Kermes was suggesting he was being great. And he was a guy I would have been very happy to sign at his contract of 2 years, $20 million.
Yeah, oh my God. And then he also has a 24 club option, I believe. So, I mean, even better.
Yeah,
and this guy, if you want to find someone, I've said this before, if you want to sign someone remotely close to meet up with the home run productions like Marcus Semien, you probably want to sign Escobar. Plus, he's third base eligibility, second base. Like, that's amazing. That's great.
I mean, Eduardo Escobar would have been phenomenal. I do think that the Blue Jays are actually going to sign someone before next Wednesday. I feel like we've just been in talks with so many guys, and like we're hearing so much more stuff than we heard last year around this time.
Yeah.
Like last year around this time, it was like fucking radio silent, man.
Yeah.
Like it was dead on the water, you know? But now you go on to MLB trade rumors and like you refresh and like every 5 minutes it's like this guy's talking to these guys, like they're talking to them, like this, and like our name is typically associated with a lot of these guys. I don't know if a Gosman or a Ray gets signed, but I do think that we're going to sign somebody. You know, I actually think it's going to be a little bit more frantic Monday and Tuesday. I feel like Monday and Tuesday are going to be big days for MLB transactions.
Well, yeah, you were saying before, like around this time of year, there was nothing going on, and now there's so much. It's literally because of the deadline. Like now, the free agency has just been shortened by a lot. Like you have at least have a month, and then after that, we don't know. Whereas before, you had like 4 or 5 months. So this is why it kind of blows. This is why, but also it's a little bit of exciting, I guess, in this month of November. It has been a lot of fun to cover it and everything.
Yeah, Bob Knight says, you guys are out to lunch. No, actually, we're out for, I got a tea right now. Adam's got a water.
Big guy,
yeah. I did go out for lunch today, if you consider Tim Hortons out to lunch. But curious to know what we're out to lunch, guy.
Destruction God saying reports Robbie Ray. Nah, he's lying. Signed a 5-year extension with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be... Well, you know what? Frankly, though, it's like when Steven Matz dipped... I thought that the potential for that is going up, you know, like
I agree.
The more pitchers that get signed, the more that potential goes up. Now I'm still, you know, like meh about it because we do got Berrios on that long-term thing right now. We still got to get the boys on long-term things. But you know what? If more pitchers leave the board and he's what's left, like we got to get him. So let's just do it.
I'm down, honestly. Like I started off. It's funny. I was on a roller coaster of opinions on Robbie Ray. I started off in September being like, yeah, let's get him back, and then I was more like, no, like he's gonna cost too much question marks. Now I don't care. Now we need someone because if we lose him and Matz, yikes. Now we have Manoah and Ryu and Berrios, which is a nice I guess, I mean, Ryu not as much, but we have at least 2 aces. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can
100%.
consider Manoa an ace. If he can play what he's done.
Yeah, exactly. I think
year.
and that's the thing. He's got to continue to put up. That was like the first little breakout. It's like to get ace stature. It's like we need that. Like
again.
now, we need that again. We need that again.
So there's only one guy truly that you can count on, and I do want to get somebody back, and I'm down for anything at this point because I don't want to go into this like whole lockout and like kind of be questioning the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean, and I do fear like that could happen, guys. And that's part of the reason why I think that the Blue Jays, by Wednesday, a move will be made. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think it's going to get done. Bob Knight, with the new COVID Omicron, what the fuck is that? There will be no fans. I don't know what Omicron is, bro.
What is that? I don't even know.
I'm not sure what that is, man. I did see a comment up here, and I'm going to take one more question before we give a Patreon member a call, because we do have somebody calling in. Abba Edgar, shout out to you. But Detroit Blue Jay right over there says Marcus Stroman reunion perhaps or nah. And we posted a video today kind of talking about Marcus Stroman because the rumors are really heating up. He is a guy who could get signed within the next couple days because everybody's kind of in on him. The Blue Jays are not one of those teams right now that's name is associated with Marcus Stroman, though.
Yeah, no, not at all. All right, let's go look at I'll give Abba Edgar a call here. Let's see.
Give him a call, guys. We got a Patreon member calling in. Gonna have a little.
Called is not assigned. Please check.
What? Oh, maybe it's a 500. Maybe I gotta put a 1 in front of it.
We just got a. I don't know if you guys heard that, but the phone number is not assigned. Awkward.
106. Sorry, I'm not gonna say the whole thing.
Connor FNF, what's up, guys? Guess what?
The number you have called is not assigned.
Well, let me check. Let me double check. You answer some questions.
Yeah. Connor says, "What's up, guys? Guess what? My life has turned around and it's getting better. Happy to see you guys too. Also, happy early Christmas, Connor. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get a big shout out for Connor. Life turning around."
I love that, Connor.
Elena Hawthorne, new COVID variants. Oh, yeah. I have heard that the COVID variants is, that's deadly, man. That is bad. Tara says...
Here we go. Got it.
Oh, you got it. All right. We're going to be giving our Patreon member a call right now, guys. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. We would appreciate it.
Hello.
Hey, Abba. This is Adam and Nick. Welcome.
What's up?
Hi, Adam. How you doing?
Good, man. We just
Watching you. You're having a hard time calling my phone.
Oh yeah. So I actually put one digit that was misplaced. So that was my bad.
That's okay. Thank you for calling.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for coming on the show and being a Patreon, and also like all the support that you've been giving us on all of our live streams,
100%, man.
I really do appreciate it.
First question. It's been a little while, Abba. Like, how are you, man? How are things going with the life?
I'm really good. Thank you for asking, Nick. I've been watching your shows from time to time. I've been so busy with work, so I'll go and watch your little review about the Blue Jays or somebody signing with somebody. I love you guys. I love your show. I'm a big Blue Jays fan. I love watching people that big Blue Jays fan. And I'm doing well. I'm in St. John, New Brunswick. We have no snow, knock on wood. And thank you for having me on the show.
Well, it's good to have you on. So my dad's from the East Coast. He's from he was born in Toronto, but grew up in Newfoundland. Man, some East Coast vibes. How's it out in New Brunswick right now?
It's they're getting a little bit more the bad word, the virus.
Oh yeah.
In trouble.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it's I'm double vaccinated, and like I said, it's okay. It's been really weird, because people can do a lot of stuff here. So guys in Toronto, there's a lot more. It's a lot bigger city. You got a lot more to do, but it's hard.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like the big city vibes, it is tough. I've been craving during COVID times going to a small town vibe, honestly. Abba, dude, the title of our video right now, like this Unwind, is when will the Blue Jays make a free agency move? And I'm not sure if you just heard Adam and I were speculating on it. I was wondering, do you have any thoughts, man? When you think our team is going to get out there and make something happen?
I honestly think they just need to sign somebody before December 1st deadline, just like you were saying, Nick. Right? I don't know who they're going to sign. I wish it's going to be Robbie Ray, which would be amazing if they sign him right away. Right? I think that will help them and they can make a trade. I know you guys won Gray from Cincinnati. I'd rather have Castillo, to be honest with you.
Very fair.
And the only reason I want Castillo is because he can help the younger guys coming from the minors, and they can have a window of 5 to 10 years of winning.
Yeah,
right?
Very true.
So you want to have people that will be there with Bull, that will be there with Vlad, and you want to be able to say, hey, you guys, we got our pitching set. You guys go produce. We'll put people around you and build a championship caliber team. So that's why I think Castillo will be great. But I honestly think Semien is gone. I don't think he's coming back.
Agreed.
And the reason I say he's not coming back because he wants to play shortstop.
Yeah.
And the Jays don't need any more right-hand hitters. They need left-hand hitters to balance the lineup.
Yeah.
So, but Jose Ramirez would be great.
Oh man, yes he would, buddy. Okay, the thing is, I'm so down to go and make these trades. For Castillo, for Jose Ramirez. I think the only reason why we're kind of on the edge is okay, can we get them back? How much capital is this going to cost? All those kind of questions. But if we can get them, and if we win a championship, I will not be complaining.
Yeah,
I will not be complaining.
It also too, a guy like Jose Ramirez, a trade like that. It sounds so much like out of a fairy tale,
Right?
something that almost never happens. If it actually did happen, I almost wouldn't believe it right away.
Yes, but the thing is, you also have to think they traded for Roberto Alomar, Joe Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make things happen, right? So they brought two players to help them. So what I'm thinking is, if Jose Ramirez is on the block from Cleveland, why isn't the pitcher, is it Shane Bieber, right?
Shane Bieber, yes.
Yeah, why is he not on the block, right? Because I'm not saying the Jays will get him. I'm just saying, why not, right? Because they don't really have any offense. Right, they got really a lot of good young pitchers, but they don't have anything around it. They need an outfielder. They really need even a second baseman, perhaps. Right, first baseman. They always struggle there. So I'm saying if Cleveland's going to do that, why not do what Oakland's going to be doing?
That makes a lot of sense, man, and I do agree with what Oakland is, the mindset that they're taking with this team is what's we're not in a position to win right now. We're gonna ship everything off. I gotta ask you, Abba, we're in a position right now where we're probably gonna sign some things, probably gonna make some trades. If there was one position of need for you that we need to go out and address, because all offseason people have been speculating, starting pitching, bullpen, third base, second base. These are all kind of problems for us. What's the number one thing for you on the Blue Jays that we have to do no matter what if we want to compete for a playoff spot next year?
I honestly think the most important thing is the bullpen.
Because
if you look at May, right? I think it was May or June. They just struggled. They were in the knee.
Yeah.
They had Chatwood coming. He struggled. He got mad coming off the mound, right? To be honest with you, Chat was a bum, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he was a big bum. He was a big bum.
And every day, Montoya has been asked about the bullpen, right? So
Yeah.
If let's say if you think if Bigio can be what Bo is, right, or close to it, you got a second baseman there.
Yeah.
If you can bring Jordan Groshine up and he becomes something let's say close to somebody, right? Do you really need to trade all those guys? So what I'm saying is you need pitching.
Yeah.
And hopefully the young guys can produce offensively. Because the bats are more expensive because they play every day.
I would agree. And so let me ask you then. So which bullpen guy do you have your eye on? Because I got one guy in my mind that I really want. How about you?
The guy that I have is the guy that pitched for Anaheim. I can't think of his name.
Oh, Raciel Iglesias?
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, oh, no, he's good.
Yeah, I was thinking of him. I was thinking a guy maybe from Detroit if they can trade for Soto, is it?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But because Detroit is competitive now.
That's right.
Really competitive now. So, but like I said, if they sign Carlos Correa, right?
Yeah.
How much money would they have for, all the young pitchers that they have to sign eventually, just like we have to sign Bo and Vlad, right? So they got to make some space somehow. And Soto is going to cost a lot of money, I think, in arbitration. So, That's what I was thinking, but I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it's I kind of really want that like rock solid guy who's been doing it for years. Kenley Jansen, I really like him on the Dodgers, and I don't
trust him anymore.
You don't trust him anymore? Why is that?
No, I just think he's shaky, and because of the age.
Okay, fair enough.
The only reason is I don't trust him is because he's coming from the National League West and coming to the toughest division in baseball.
Fair.
And, you know, the Jays made a big mistake with BJ Ryan, right? We seem to make a lot of mistakes with our bullpen when it comes to that. And I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, he has a blown elbow and he needs a surgery, right? Because he's been pitching so long.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not trying to be negative. I'd rather just go get younger guys.
Yeah.
Find people with, like, even Nathan Pierce, leave him in the bullpen, right?
Okay,
I can give you 6, 7, and 8 and 9 innings, and then just lock them down. That's what they need.
I agree with everything you just said there, by the way, Abba. I like a lot of that, man. I got a few questions here in the chat, which I thought would be great for us to respond to. Just Your Average Joe asked a great one here. Shout out to you. Also, shout out to Hot Take Hockey for hopping in. Hey, man, how's it going? But Just Your Average Joe says, excuse me, are you guys sold on Bigio? And then Just Average Joe says, I think he's average. And I want to know you, because Bigio is a really, like, polarizing topic right now. There are people in one camp of the Blue Jays kind of like fan base saying like we need to trade this guy, like he's not it anymore. There are other people saying like we got to trust him, like he's the guy. Other people just like don't even care anymore. They're just like whatever, like Bigio, like he's fine, but he's not really going to do much of anything. I want to know, what are your thoughts on Bigio? Is he going to break out this year, or do you think it's time like maybe we start looking at a free agent to fill that hole?
I honestly believe he has an opportunity to break out. The reason I say that, I watched his last 6 at-bats or last 6 game of end of the season, right? And what he's been doing lately, he's been staying ball, hit ball. He's been more aggressive. Before, he's been so patient, right? And he get to the 3-2 full counts. Yeah. And then he gets something borderline, and umpire will call him out, and he'll strike out. Yeah. Right? But if you watch him lately, he's been more aggressive. And once again, he has a Hall of Famer father.
Yeah,
so honestly, you guys think that this guy's not going to produce eventually, right? Do you want to get rid of him, right, and he go to another team, and then he become like another guy named Jeff Kent? Remember Jeff Kent that we traded a long time ago? He went to San Francisco.
I remember Jeff Kent.
Yeah, a Hall of Famer, right? So I don't know if he's in a Hall of Famer, but I thought he's close to it anyway. So that's another thing. Like, I think he's a lefty. We need left-hand hitters. Give him a chance. If he's really struggling in spring training, then maybe you think you should move him if you can for a bullpen arm or something. Right? Yeah.
No, I like it. I think he's a really good bounce back candidate because he was dealing with the injuries all last year, some defensive woes. I think he deserves obviously another shot. He's so young still. I think he's 26 coming on to 27. And again, and I like what you said that he has a Hall of Fame dad. It's like he knows how to play baseball. I mean, you saw, when he first came up and he had that great approach, that stood out to me the most. But I think the whole league started to figure him out a little bit. He really likes to get deep into counts where I think, early on, and we looked at his baseball savant the other day, and against the fastball, he is a 234 average. I think really when fastballs are in the zone, you got to be attacking and you got to be aggressive on that, or else you're going to get late and you're going to get the off speed, you're going to get the breaking pitches, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I think what it is with him is also was a little bit of his timing at the early of the year.
Yes, agreed.
And I think also he got really nervous playing third base because he was rushing everything at the beginning of the year.
Agreed.
He was playing third base. So, and then, he wasn't hitting well. He was really like, 190, 1something, and it got to his head, right?
Yeah.
But I think what he needs to do is just see the ball, hit the ball. If you look all the Latino players, if you look at Fernando Tatis, see the ball, hit the ball as fast as they can. Vladimir, same thing.
Oh my gosh.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Right? So that's all he has to do. Stop trying to get on base. But on base percentage, they're great. Just hit for average. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to go from line to line. That's why he's a lefty. That's his job. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah,
see ball, hit ball. That's like you always get so complicated. I know it's like I used to play some high school ball like back in the day, and I remember like you get so complicated. Like, oh, what pitch sequence are you gonna throw? Am I gonna work this count? Da 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 da. But at the end of the day, it's like whenever I get into a rut, it's when I'm overthinking everything. It's like you literally just gotta make contact with the ball, put the barrel out in front, hit it in the contact zone, and hit it hard.
That's it.
Exactly, and they even sell the best players will go for 0 for 16, 0 for 18. Vladimir did it,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, I mean, for, like I said, he's one of their friends. He's one of the top 3 guys, right? They know who he is. I mean, he really produced in the minors. So, like I said, I would like to give him a second chance. I don't know where he's going to play. I don't know what they're going to be doing with second and third.
Yeah.
My ideal thing would be Jose Ramirez and the guy in Arizona. I think is he plays center field, but he can play second.
Oh, Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte. That'll be my ideal players.
Those are my ideal players too, man.
Can you imagine that infield? Vladdy, Marte, Bichette, and Ramirez. I can't. That's like a fantasy lineup right there, literally.
That's amazing.
But you know what? Those guys are on the block.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are, and
they're
it's
on the block.
absolutely up for
Are you
taking.
willing to save the prospect? Like I said, you need Jordan Groshat. If you don't, where do you want to trade him to?
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
If you do you need what's the other guy that we have there? I mean, we're not gonna get rid of the catcher; he's untouchable. But
We got another guy, Orelvis Martinez, who kind of does
yes.
that
He's
infield role as well. And then third base too. It's like we got Espinal, who's like up right now, but like something. He's something.
He's something, yes, but he's too small for third base, Nick.
Yeah,
I
he's
think.
just
He's not a Matt Chapman, right? So but what I'm saying is it would be great if they can trade for those guys and then build around it.
Yeah.
Like the bullpen is most important to me. If they can get the hitters.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree. All right, so Abba, let's wrap this up a little bit here. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Any questions you'd like to say while we have you for this little bit here?
No, I just want to say thank you very much for bringing me on your show, guys. It's been lovely talking to both of you, and I enjoy your show. Like, I'm looking forward to see what the Jays on next week. I hope Nick is right.
I hope so. I hope so, man.
I hope so, man.
All right, thank you so much, Abba, for coming on. We really appreciate your support for Blue Jays today.
Been an absolute pleasure, my friend. We appreciate every time you're in the chat, and thank you so much for taking your time to come on to our show. So.
Welcome, and go Blue Jays, go.
Go Blue Jays, go, baby. Go Jays, go.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
All right, that was
Everybody,
Abba.
That was Abba Edgar. Big
Let's go.
round of applause for Abba
Let's go.
Edgar. Absolute
Huge.
amazing
Huge.
fan. We love him. He is a solid supporter, so shout out to him. Oh, it's too bad. We just got a question coming in here from Atlanta. Question, Abba, did you ever play ball? I'm not sure. Maybe
I think it sounds like he has, like she said. It does
sound
it sounds like
absolutely
he has.
like he has too. No, yeah. We had some intelligent opinions coming in right there. So either an avid watcher or definitely a player as well.
All right.
I saw some cool questions.
Yeah. Here, grab them. I'm going to get some water.
Go for it, man. I saw a really great question. I don't know how far back it is. I don't even know if you're still in the chat. But it was by somebody named Rachel. And this one's great. Should the Blue Jays try to acquire Shohei Ohtani? What do you think, Adam? Should the Blue Jays try to acquire Shohei Ohtani?
I mean, you should always try to acquire the best players. I'm on Abba's train right now. We should always try to acquire the best players. I mean, sure. Why not?
I mean, we should try.
Yeah.
We should try. Whether or not we are successful.
I don't even think they're being willing to take negotiations.
No.
You know?
I actually think that if you were to call, like, do you think if somebody was to call LA up right now and they said, "Hey, we're interested in Shohei Ohtani," you think they'd pick up that phone call?
They maybe hang up. Well, if you pick them up and like, "Hey, what's going on, Ross Atkins? Hey, I just want to see if you were willing to ship out Shohei Ohtani."
Right.
Click.
Yeah. You think it is an immediate?
It's
like,
immediate.
we're not even
No.
gonna hear the offer. Like
No.
it's yeah.
It would have to be like, I don't know, something would have to go wrong. Like he'd have to have a bunch of injuries now in the next couple of years. His contract's coming up, and then maybe you might flirt with the idea.
Yeah.
But right now, no. Right now is an absolute no.
Yeah, and I do think that there's a time where it's just like there's no way that like we will ever trade you, and it's like you will never give us enough to get this guy. Like we know that you won't give us enough.
Literally, how the hockey gets this. I think Ohtani would only cost our whole team.
Yeah, and
man.
that is about right. That's literally about right.
Yeah, can you give me an elite batter, hitter, and then maybe something else? Because, we have to split these guys up now. This guy's compacted into one unit.
Yeah, it's just one unit of a guy. Also, shout out to our subscriber. Thank you. Just your average Joe asking the beautiful questions. Thank you, man. Also, guys, if you want to ask the questions, just like your average Joe, please comment them in. What about Grichuk? What he did in Springer's absence left the Jays needing to keep him when Springer came back. Do they keep him or try to get other pieces? You know what? Here's the thing with Grichuk, man. It's hard to trade him because of his contract. It's hard to trade him. Like, there's not a lot of value there. But it's also like, you're right. He kind of filled in as that like fourth outfielder guy, right?
Yeah.
Like when Springer was hurt, and and we are going to have injuries. Like I find it very hard to believe that Lourdes Gurriel Jr., George Springer, and Teoscar Hernandez are going to go the entire year, all three of them without
just they're healthy.
Yeah, it's like they're all playing 162 games.
I agree. And you know what? And like as much as it sucks, and much as we're talking about how much we want to trade Randall Grichuk, again, we're not going to get much back. So I mean, like. Or I guess we're paying a really expensive outfield bat. We're just paying a bench bat, I mean.
Yeah,
We're just, you're a really expensive bench outfielder.
That's the thing. Like, I don't like him. I don't like playing him. But, I mean, he's one of those guys where it's like, if we have to, then we have to. And, I mean, you're fine if we have to, right?
Is there anybody else that could play outfield on our team? Like,
well, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, I got a question for you then. Do you think that it would be better to trade Grichuk for absolute scraps? Because that's what it would be, guys. It would be scraps.
Literal scraps.
And then bring up a guy like Palacios to, like, be the guy now and, like, hope that he becomes the dude.
Yeah, no. I think I'd rather keep Grichuk, because right now that our budget isn't really like under, it's not being tested right now. We have so much money, so it's like, it's not becoming an issue. That's the only reason why I would get rid of Grichuk, really. That's the only reason why. If this guy costed like $3 million, there's no talks about trading Randall Grichuk.
Right.
But because he's $10 million, like, oh, we got to get rid of him. But it's like, well, budget's not an issue right now.
And that's kind of the thing, right? It's literally like he costs more than he's worth, and we don't want him anymore.
Yeah, that's literally it.
And we're hoping that someone's dumb enough to want him.
Yeah.
But probably not.
No. But no, I do like the idea that you brought up with he's an injury blanket. He's a little
That's
safety
what he is.
injury blanket.
Yeah, he's an injury blanket for the outfield. Cameron Rice comes here with a good question. What do you think about Trevor Story? Sign him 1 year, bet on himself like Semien Story, and then play third. Well, okay. Do you think that Trevor Story is in a position where he would want to bet on himself, or would he take the big deal right now? Because I do feel like he's still going to get a big deal.
Big deal. I think a lot of people are projecting he's going to get a big deal, my man. And 1 year, I don't think that's a possibility. I think he's ready to go.
Because the problem with that is, man, it's like Semien was coming off of a awful like injuries and bad and just like literally like so like negative war bad.
Yeah, he was bad. That's why when we first signed him, we were so skeptical. We're like, oh, he had one really good year, guys.
Yes. Whereas like Trevor Story, he's pretty much been good his entire career, and then last year was a little dip, but it was still like 800 OPS.
Yeah, he's still a good player.
Like 800 OPS flat, and that's not enough of a dip for a team to not want to invest in him 5, 6, 7 years. And I do anticipate some squad is going to give him, a 6-year contract for like 150 or something like that.
Here's something interesting. Speaking of shortstops, you hear that Javier Baez, he is being talked about to the Detroit Tigers.
You know what? We forget a lot about Baez. And
donation?
A little donation coming in very soon. I'm excited for that.
Whoa!
Abba Edgar always coming in with the massive donos, man.
Let's go.
Thank you guys. Great show. Go Jays, go. I did play baseball when I was young. I'm also a big baseball fan.
Love it.
The question is answered, Alana. And Abba, man, like we cannot ever thank you enough for your so kind donations, man. Like we appreciate them to the moon and back.
Thank you so much. Thank you, bro.
I was talking about Baez.
And we do forget about him.
We forget about him.
We do. He's there, though. He's good.
And you know what, dude? It's like, here, let me just pull this up right now. It's like we kind of just like, I feel like we're getting to the point right now.
When we did our underrated free agents video, I was considering him.
Well, here's the thing, dude. This is the problem. This is the fallacy. This is the fallacy.
Yeah.
We were overrating Baez. So then we overcorrected.
Yes.
And now we're underrating Baez.
Dude, when he got to New York, he hit 886 OPS.
Yes.
That's incredible.
He finished last year with an 813 OPS, like a really nice slugging, like good production. And I mean, this is a guy who like has a 783 career.
Yeah.
And when you look at like the last years before that, it's like, that's really good.
Yeah, and you can write 2020 off, just like Marcus Semien wrote 2020 off. Like 2020, he only hit 599 OPS, but you can write that off.
Yeah,
write
it's
it
like,
off.
If we go from 2018 to 2021, then this is a very solid player that we have chilling right here. And
yes,
I mean, I do think that Baez is Baez might be one of the biggest steals when it comes to shortstops this season.
I agree. Hey, you can play a little bit of second base too if you want. No, I agree.
Yeah. Also, Electro Gaming 87. Go, Pack, go. We're going to need it, man. Roger's toe is fucked. Everybody's fucked. It's all bad. And the Rams are coming. This is going to be a hard week.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. So we got Barry asking, do you think the Jays will trade for Chapman and Manaea or Bassett? And if so, what would the Jays have to give up? I think those are all options on the board because we need starting pitching. We need a third baseman.
Yeah.
What we'd have to give up would probably be someone like Jordan Groshans might be really good. If we were to get someone like Chapman, Jordan Groshans would be pretty good one.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what it would cost, right, guys?
Yeah.
It's like we kind of need to give up, and that would make sense. That would kind of be like a good 1-for-1 trade right there. Because I do think that their values are relatively similar on Baseball Trade Simulator. And I mean, Chapman, you get Chapman for 2 years. Chapman, like, pretty much of a lock-in third baseman. You know what you're getting. Like, he should be a stud, like, elite defensively. And we're assuming that the bat kind of rebounds from when it did last year. I think it should happen.
He was a little bit unhealthy, too. So
Exactly. Manaea and Bassett. Now, Manaea is a guy, I need to take a look at the contract and all of that stuff and, like, the values. He's a guy I would be very interested in, though.
Just as a straight-up player, forget, like, money or anything. Like, oh, yeah. But honestly, both those guys. Bassett's been, actually, I know he's been so consistent. Like, throughout his entire career, like, a good mid-3 ERA kind of guy. Just solid. Hit an unfortunate injury at the end. Like, he was up there, actually, at one point for Cy Young. Like, he was being talked about in, like, the top.
Missed that.
Yeah, then he got struck in the head and he was out.
Yeah, I remember this now. Yes, holy crap. Baseball's a long season.
Right,
lots
so
of
many
stuff
things.
happens.
But yeah, I'm down for both of them. Like, but yeah, probably someone like Jordan Groshans, probably like a top 6, at least a top 6 prospect for those guys.
Yeah, that is the thing, right? Like, we always try to, it's like we want these big names and we don't want to give up our dudes. And sad part about it is we do need to give up our dudes.
Yeah,
giving up Jordan Groshans is like I don't want to do that, but kind of have to.
You know how many like mock trades I've seen in the chat? This is no offense to you guys. This is like just like straight up like I see it all the time. Is like, let's trade Grichuk for like Ramirez.
Yeah.
Like, let's trade Grichuk and like our 15th prospect for Ramirez. Like,
I wish
it was that
guys.
easy.
Yeah, maybe for like a week of Ramirez.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my, that's literally like we're a rental. We're gonna rent him
for about a week. We're gonna get him, this guy, for 1 week.
Yo, that's actually an idea that was brought up. John Boy Media is that they were speculating different ideas for the new CBA, and it's like, what if you could, instead of shipping guys off, they could return to your team next year, but you only rent them for the end of the season.
Yeah, it's like Blockbuster.
Like yeah,
you know,
like
Blockbuster. I think that's great, dude. I mean, they have that same principle. This is why soccer is such a, like, the way that soccer is organized is so exceptional. They have that same principle where you can, like, get players on rent, and then it's like they'll play for you for like a year or 2 years, and then you're back on the other team.
Wow,
you know, it's like
sick.
you can pay for that.
I like that. I think that's interesting.
I think it's really cool. You know, it's like, especially too, it's like if you're in a window sort of situation, right? Like, like maybe you're in a position right now, like a guy like, I don't know, like a Pablo Lopez, for instance.
Yeah.
We don't want to like buy him out, or maybe Miami doesn't want to sell him outright because they're going to want to keep him long term.
Right.
But he still has 3 years left. Maybe we buy 2 of those, and then we'll send him back to you, and then you guys can extend him. You still own him. You extend him after that.
Yeah. No, I like it. No, I like that.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Who would you guys rather have? Says Cameron, Marte or Ramirez.
I'm getting it's getting tight for me, man.
Dude, it is.
It's getting very tight for me. It's close. It's close as hell.
I probably would still say Ramirez. Probably. The only thing that I really love at Marte, it's like he's been so underrated with the 900 OPS, and he could play second, short, and center. Like that to me is really enticing. But probably Ramirez. I'd probably have to go Ramirez.
Like I do think conventional like wisdom would tell me Ramirez, but I mean Marte is right up there. Also, Hockey Kid coming in here with like the actual facts. Adam and Nick, have you seen how skinny Vladdy looks? It's crazy.
I haven't. Is he losing more weight?
Did you see what he said today?
What?
Or not today, but like a day.
Posted?
I took a screenshot of it because I actually wanted to say it on this thing. Blue check mark on well, don't look. I'm about to fucking tell you, man.
Okay.
Blue check mark on Twitter. And this is Vladimir Guerrero in quotations. I'm working harder than I did last year in the offseason. My goal is to arrive in my best physical condition at spring training and have a better season than the one I had this year so I can help the Blue Jays win the World Series. End quotations. And then it's like, it's got a video of him like going crazy and working hard and stuff. I just took a screenshot of it.
I want to see him like if he's getting skinnier.
I haven't seen the pictures yet, but I do know like apparently like the motivation is still right there.
Yeah.
And he realizes, it's like, okay, like 1 year's not good enough. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
Imagine he comes back. Okay, because I think he was like 240 or something coming in. Imagine he remains 240, but all the like fat turns into just pure muscle.
That's kind of what needs to happen next. That's the next development.
Oh yeah.
Right? I don't think that Vladdy needs to necessarily lose weight, but we just need to like transform the weight.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean like 240. If you're 240 and it's like mostly all muscle.
Yeah.
That shit is going to leave the park quickly,
God.
Man. That shit is going to leave the park.
I just hope he doesn't do like a Judge or Stanton where they get too muscular and it's like now you're dying.
No. We need to, and that's the thing. What you got to do is you got to pull like a Tom Brady thing. You can get muscular, but it's all got to be like flexy muscles. Flexible muscles.
Vladdy's shockingly flexible. He's incredibly flexible.
It's scientifically proven. It's like people who are, and this is the benefit to Vlad, like people who were like overweight, like they're more flexible off the top, so it's like he had that going in. We can maintain that flexibility, lose the weight, transform it into the muscles, and then smack fucking 60 dingers.
I just love how he just like all he has on his mind is I need to help the Blue Jays win a World Series. He's not thinking about his like vacation. He's not thinking about anything else. He's probably thinking about his daughter. But like right now, it's like I gotta help the Blue Jays win a World Series.
Well, you know what? And frankly, too, I mean, it's kind of I think it's a little bit of a blessing that he didn't win MVP this year. Because he was right there.
He wants it.
He was right there. It's like. Right, I don't want to give him the reward just yet. We didn't win the World Series, guy. It's like you were right there. You weren't the best. Sorry, you were not the best. You still have a little bit more work to do to become the best.
See, like because that's the thing is like he was the best hitter in the league because he won Hank Aaron, right? He was the best hitter in the American League. It's just straight up, you can't pitch, so now you got to be so overtly better than Ohtani that like it doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have like a Barry Bonds type of year.
Yeah.
Like
I wonder if Vladdy and Ohtani will develop a rivalry with one another.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool actually. I kinda like that, that'd be nice. Like I love those like sports rivalries of like these were the two elites back then and they were going at each other.
It's like this guy was the best hitter in baseball by far. Way better, but this guy was also one of the better hitters and he's one of the better pitchers. Like that's it, man. You have Vladdy, go out and be the best hitter in baseball by 1.4 OPS.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that would mess me up. That would really mess me up.
I want it. I want it so bad. It's like 380.
I mean, well, if you're gonna do that, you gotta be 240 with muscle.
It's slugging. It's like slugging 800. Yeah, wow. He has to like slug like 900.
Yeah, it would have to be
on
like
base of like 500.
Yes. That is the only way.
Holy fuck!
If you were to do something like that, so I don't know if it's gonna happen. Yeah, sorry guys, we're coughing a bunch. We are both ill right now. We have the sickness in us.
Yeah, holy crap. Holy crap, guys. That's why we're not having any wine right now. Sorry for the clickbait.
Yeah. I guess they're like, God damn it.
Where's the wine? Where's the wine? All right, who's got questions here, everybody?
Steven's got a good one. Who do you guys think is going to be the first shortstop to sign and where? I mean, we could argue that Eduardo Escobar is, because he can sometimes play that. But I know that you're talking about the big boys.
Honestly, maybe because I'm on the wavelength of like those middle guys getting signed. Maybe Baez.
Maybe. I don't know if he's a middle guy though.
Because he's the 4th or 5th guy off that list. I'd go like after Story or Semien, it'd be him. He's 5th.
Yeah, see, you know what? And I actually think that's wrong. Like, if it was me creating a MLB like franchise, I think I kind of like Baez more than I like Story. I think, I think that right now, like, Story might be projected more money than him, but like, I prefer Javier Baez to Trevor. So actually, let's go create a question for you guys. If you had to sign one of them, Javier Baez or Trevor Story, what shortstop would you choose? You know, I think I would go Baez, but it's close.
It's cool. I'd probably go Baez too. I'd probably go Baez. Yeah, but who do you think's gonna be the first shortstop off the board?
Out of like the top 5 of like Correa,
Shout out Zach Stoner.
Semien. Let's go, Zach Stoner. Out of Correa, Seager, Semien, Baez, and Story. If those are the 5 guys.
It's really, really hard.
Yeah,
you don't know.
You know, I think that the first one is gonna be whoever the Tigers sign.
Yeah, and right now they're talking to Baez right now.
So maybe Baez.
Maybe Baez.
Maybe Baez then, because you know what? It's like maybe Baez because the Detroit Tigers are talking to him. I feel like they know what they want. They want to get one. And like they're gonna be the first ones to shoot the shot. Like they don't want to fuck around. Like they're like, we're getting one, it's happening, let's go.
I agree. They don't want to wait till after. They want to get it right now.
Yeah, you know. And okay, so most people are saying Story. Oh, we got Holden on my train as well. Going Baez. Steven says, I don't think Story was trying in Colorado. That's potential. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he was hitting. Well, here's the thing. You always get the Coors effect, so it's like, was the not trying outweighing the Coors effect? I don't know. We're going to see. Depends where he goes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. For me, like, if you were to ask me preseason, I would have said Story, you know, hands down. This guy was, like, one of the best shortstops in the game. And now this year, I'm like, I don't know, maybe Story. I'd still go Story. Probably Story. All right. Any more questions here? Any more questions? Let's grab one from the box while we wait for another question to come in.
Dive in, big guy. Dive in. It's been a while since we dove into this little box right now.
Our last Wine on Wine was November 5th.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago.
My God, guys. It's been a minute. Wow, we got to do these. We got to make this more of a recurring. I guess we've just been busy.
Like busy.
Been busy.
Going to,
Craziness. Okay, well, we're going to be. This is locked in now. Fridays.
All right. This question asks, what 3 positions do the Jays need to fill, and who are... Wait, what? What 3 positions do the Jays need filled, and who are the 3 they go after?
Okay.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So, like, the 3 people or the 3 positions?
The 3 positions, and who would they fill them with?
Okay, I understand. I understand what's going on right now. Okay, well, I mean, the 3 positions for me, it's and I'll get specific rather than just like, bullpen starting pitcher, and you know. I mean, I think that we need to get a 7th inning bullpen guy. Need a 7th inning bullpen guy. We need a number 2 or maybe we need a number 3 in the rotation.
Yeah.
I think we need a number 3 in the rotation, and
at least.
And then I do think, like, as far as like batters go, batters probably a third baseman is the guy that we need to get.
And who would you fill him with? I think that's what it's saying.
Yeah.
Who would they go after?
I would have loved to pick Eduardo Escobar, but I can't. You know, so I mean, I do think if the ideal situation for me, like that we're doing my free agency right now, is Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, there's too many options.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm actually not sure who the best like 7th inning bullpen guy would be. There's so many bullpen options.
For me, like I want a closer. I want a guy who's closed ball games before. Now you know, Abba Edgar's making me think about Horacio Iglesias. The only thing is he's really expensive.
He is really expensive.
Like
I'd rather spend the money elsewhere, to be honest.
Yeah, that's really expensive, dude. But closer, I'm still going to stick with my Kenley Jansen pick. And then, yeah, what about you for, I guess, it's hard to pick a 7th inning guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to think of all the bullpen guys right now. So I'll just put a 7th inning guy. Like that's what we have locked in right there. And then for the rotational dude, the third rotational guy, now that's really interesting. There are some options out there who, could be... Sir, it's like I wish we could still get fucking DeSclafani, man.
Yeah, because he was perfect.
That's what I wanted, guys.
Yeah.
I wanted DeSclafani so bad.
Maybe we trade for someone.
I've been thinking about the trade option
like Lopez.
too. Yeah, because like I'm trying to find a way in my scenario to get Chris Taylor on this team. But that would mean probably having to go out and trade for Sonny Gray. So we probably have to go out. This is what's gonna happen. We gotta go out. We gotta trade for Sonny Gray. We're gonna sign Chris Taylor. And then we're going to sign a decent 7th inning bullpen guy. That's going to be my perfect offseason.
Okay, for me, it's going to be Kenley Jansen in the bullpen. And then for me, I agree. Like, probably like a top, like 3rd or 2nd guy in the rotation. There's so many guys. A lot of the guys I wanted are already gone. I hate that. Literally. All of them are already gone. A lot of
guys that I wanted are gone right now.
Oh, Carlos Rondon. Carlos Rondon.
Fuck, yeah.
Carlos Rondon.
Yeah, I do like Carlos Rondon. He is going to get paid the big bucks, though, apparently. He's going to get paid lots of money. But
and then we trade for Ketel Marte. Let's go.
I do enjoy the Ketel Marte.
There we go.
So Cameron Rice, if Jays trade Gurriel in a Ramirez or Marte deal, would you sign Conforto to fill his spot? No, because I would be dead, because I would have killed myself, because I love the Lord. Aww. But in actuality, I would think about it. I would definitely think about it. The problem is right now that Conforto is reportedly like
he wants a lot of money.
Going to get a lot of money.
That's the thing, yeah.
And I'm kind of, I would be so down because I see the value there. I see the value of Conforto, and I think a lot of other teams do. I'd want to get it at a discount. And we're not going to get it at a discount, so probably not actually.
Yeah, like I think if we traded Gurriel and we got Ramirez or Marte, here's the thing. If we got Ramirez, then we kind of are like sacrificing a bit of outfield depth there. But if we got Marte for Gurriel, Marte can go play in the center field and move Springer over to right.
Right, yeah.
Done. Or left, wherever, because I know T.O. plays more right. But done. That's an easy slot in. But then there's really no point in doing it in the first place because it's like you're just you're upgrading. You are upgrading.
Yeah, it's a mild upgrade, but for the amount that we'd have to, because it wouldn't just be Gurriel.
Yeah, it'd be other guys too.
So it just wouldn't make any sense to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like you'd want to put him in the infield where you need him.
Yeah.
And then you'd probably want to either go sign a smaller outfield dude or bring up
Garcia.
Avisail Garcia is not a bad guy. Yeah, Avisail Garcia might be the answer, actually.
Yeah.
Steven, under, Ryu's ERA, 4.5. I have to go under on that one.
Yeah, I have to.
I will be very disappointed if it is over.
Yeah. Oh, my God, he would bust so hard. I don't want that, guys. Okay, so here, I'll say it again. I've said it before. Ryu had a sticky situation. All right. And he couldn't adjust midseason along with a lot of other guys. Some people did. Garrett Cole's one of them. He did fall apart near the end, though. He got a little hurt. But you got to give Ryu some credit. If he's been sticking it up for the last 5 years, you gotta hope that he can figure it out during this offseason.
I have an interesting question, actually. Okay, so we have Ryu. We've had Ryu for 2 years. We have Ryu for 2 more years.
That's right.
Question for you. Do you think that Ryu, in his time with the Jays...
is worth the money?
No. In his time with the Jays, because currently in the first 2 years, the ERA has been 3.89. When he finishes with the Jays, will it be above or below 4 in his term with the Blue Jays?
God, that's hard. I don't know. The safe answer is above. It's 3.89. You know?
Yeah, I was actually thinking it was going to be a lot lower than that, but, but I mean, the shortened season didn't help him too much. Yeah.
No, okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, let me know in the chat, guys, what do you think? I think I'm gonna go slightly over because honestly, if Rio were to this is a bounce back. Because what did he do last year? 437.
Oh fuck! Wow, he was actually pretty close.
Yeah.
To 4.5.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't realize how close he was. I knew that I knew it was over 4. But I thought it was like 4.1, but 4.37. Man, that's not good.
Honestly, if Rio could pitch a 4, I'd still be disappointed. He's got to pitch a 3.89 for me to be like, okay, good. You know, at least I'll take that.
Yeah.
4, I'm like, come on, dude, you're making $20 million.
Yeah,
you're making $20 million.
You're making $20 million. Like that's not really what we paid for, you know.
We got above.
Yeah. I mean,
easy.
Probably, yeah. Fuck yeah, it's probably easy.
Damn it.
Steven's like he's done, I think.
Damn it. No, Steven, no.
Yeah, like we gotta hope for a bounce back, man. Like, I mean, like
you think
I don't
will? Think he will?
I think number one, because here's the thing, like with Ryu, like health has been a problem in the past. We need to stay healthy. That is, if he gets injured once, I think we could reach 4.5. If he gets injured once, that could ruin the whole season. We got to stay healthy, and whatever he's doing this off season, it has to be to deal with the whole sticky thing that happened. You know, like it has to be an adjustment period with that. Like we got to figure out how to get back to our roots and not need that.
I agree. Then this is a question that I've been avoiding, actually. I've been very ignorant about this, but Luke Michael says, do you like, I'm going to butcher this name, first time actually saying it with my mouth,
Seiya
Suzuki for the Jays? And I know he's a batter. What position does he play?
Let's look up his stats, because I've been actually pretty ignorant too, but I know that he's like a dude. Actually, I didn't think he was a batter, but maybe I'm ignorant. I thought he was like a...
How do you spell it?
S-E-A. S-E-I. My bad.
S-E... Oh, he's not even here.
No, he's not going to be there. Cause
usually Japanese players are here.
Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. We haven't looked too much into that guy, but I've been meaning to, like, do my research on this.
Yeah, because I keep hearing stuff about him. I was going to be, like, so elite. Oh, yeah, there we go.
So he is a batter. And
what does he play? Oops, we both touched it. What does he play?
And he's elite as hell, but he plays...
Third base, shortstop, right field. Okay, I like that.
We're interested in.
I'm interested.
We do like that, and yeah, I mean, like he is freaking monstrous.
Holy crap!
This guy's absolutely destroying.
943 OPS.
Yeah, he's absolutely destroying.
And he's gotten better in the last few years.
Yeah.
How much is he gonna cost?
Yeah. Does anyone know how much like he's reported to get paid?
Yeah.
You know, like obviously we know, like
sure.
Yeah, like when people come over from the Japanese league, it's like, you know, like it's a hit or miss thing. But you know, we have, who was the guy last year?
Ha-seong Kim.
Ha-seong Kim.
He came from Korea.
Right. But you know, I'll be honest. The one thing about Ha-seong Kim, like he didn't break out or anything, but I felt like he didn't get enough playing time.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Know, I was like, why did you guys get this guy in the first place? Like he was supposed to be a dude, and you barely even played him. Like that's kind of ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I will say, like, I am hearing word that, like, this guy's, like, actually, like, this is the most I've heard of, like, this guy's gonna be legit. Like, this guy's, like, I'm not talking about Ohtani hype, because Ohtani was, like, mad hype in 2017.
Right.
But, this guy's getting decent hype for his bat.
Well, he's 26 years old, right? So, I mean, if he actually is a dude, then, you know, I'd be down to take him.
4-year, 40 to 50 million. I mean that's the risk you run, though. It's like now he's stuck with us if it doesn't work out.
That's the thing, you know. Could be the next Grichuk if he's not good.
Yeah, literally.
But also, it's like, you know, if the analyst. And here's the thing: this is when at this point, I trust the analysts because I don't watch this league. Nope. I've never seen this guy before. I'm just looking at literal numbers on a page.
Oh, he's got good strikeout to walk ratio.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, that's what I mean. The numbers on the page look amazing, but at this point, we need to trust the people who know baseball,
the scouts.
Exactly, the scouts. And if our Blue Jay scouts are saying this is going to be a guy, then absolutely pay him that.
Yeah, especially if we already have such a deep lineup and deep outfield. If he's going to be a guy, yeah. And I mean, he can play third base too.
That's what that's what I would be getting him for. That's his primary position.
How big is
third base?
How big is this guy? I hope he's huge.
He big boy?
Oh, he's tiny.
No, he's
5'11", 182.
Okay, so he's a tiny little dude.
Tiny dude.
Tiny dude, but
I was hoping he'd be massive like Ohtani.
That'd be elite. That'd be really cool. I do want a massive Ohtani.
Cameron Rice saying, is John Gray a fit? He's been really... Oh, John Gray's another good third, kind of fourth. But he did... I'm going to finish the question, then I got to talk about John Gray. Is John Gray a really good fit stuff, but has been stuck in Coors? And if Pete Walker gets a hold of him, I think he can become a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, he was actually... I had him in my brain when I was answering that initial question, and I was going to talk about him, but I don't know if he's... I don't know if I can say assuredly that he's number 3.
Yeah, because he had 4.59 ERA. And the year before that, 6.69.
But I do think that he's got potential. And I think that he reminds me a lot of, a Robbie Ray, a Steven Matz prior to last year sort of thing. So I think that, honestly, yeah, I mean, I'd be so down to get him. I think that he's going to be a pretty cheap option, and I think that Pete Walker, if he gets his hands on him, like, this could be a guy that we could learn to trust. We could really get into it.
It's kind of like Steven Matz, like when we first got him, we're like, okay, this guy had a 9 ERA in 2020. He's had a whole rocky career.
Yeah.
And then look at him, and now he's getting paid $44 million for 4 years.
That's what I just say. He's like, it's like a Steven Matz, like a Robbie Ray thing. So we didn't know what we were going to get. Pete Walker turns him around, and maybe we're laughing.
For me, it's like time to 1 year though. A 1 year. That's it for me.
I could get him for more than one. I could probably get John Gray.
I don't know, man.
On
those last 2 years, like
I get it. Yeah, well, we can write off 2020.
Yeah.
2020 is nothing.
Last year,
and it's like this full one is like good.
That's a good year.
This one's not ideal. Yeah, this one's obviously crap.
One
but
before that was really bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's not ideal.
He led the league in earned runs.
But it's like, I don't know. I could get John Gray on a 2 or 3 if it's cheap. I could get John Gray on a 2 or 3 if it's cheap.
What else we got? We have about 4 minutes left, guys. So if you actually haven't already liked this video, please drop a like and subscribe if you've been watching.
Yeah, if you're not already subbed, then hit the sub button, dudes. We're sick as hell, and we're still bringing it to you because we love you, we appreciate you, but we also do need to get the subscribers, so we don't need to go into work.
Yes.
We don't need to get more
sick. That's the problem. Like, we were literally just talking right before this. We were like, oh, like you go to work, but then you come back and do podcasts. We're both sick, so we don't have time to heal.
I don't have time to heal my body
I have
up,
no
man.
time.
It's like, I'm consistently moving my meat all the time.
Yes.
And my meat is like, no.
I'm going to go hang out with friends tomorrow, then I'm going to hang out with more friends. It's like, no.
No, my meat needs to like lie in its fucking meat cocoon,
literally,
man.
right after this, I'm just going to like blank. Might play some MLB The Show.
Yeah, just completely turn it off, man. Turn the brains off.
All right, well, any last questions? Maybe grab one from the box. Why not?
Yeah, I'll grab one from the box, man. Why not? Absolutely. I'm glad that we got 50 people in here, by the way, folks. It feels like people are starting to come back, getting the excitement of baseball once again, even though it is several months away. But still, we're feeling the excitement that things are coming. Things are on the horizon for the Blue Jays.
I like it.
I love this one. This is a really good one right here. You can't see it, but it comes from, I don't even need to say what it, or actually comes from Adam Canning 23. And it says, "Go Pack Go" on it.
Yeah.
So go Pack Go, baby. Go Pack Go.
I love how that's the last one.
Yeah. Last question, man. Last question. What do you think? The Packers going to take the Rams on Sunday?
It all depends. Like, see, Rodgers, like, he's got to get protection in the pocket. That's it. But you're missing some of your linemen because this guy can't move his foot. So that's going to be the key to me. If he can't get protection in the pocket, I think it's not going to be.
I think that we're going to need to establish the run. We haven't been doing that quite enough.
And hopefully Aaron Jones can come back.
Hopefully Aaron Jones can come back. Hopefully AJ Dillon can like run it up their mouths, and that'll be that.
Really quickly, Tara saying, what do you think of Sonny Gray? I think he's a great target because he's cheap, and we'd only have him for 2 years. And we have an opt-out option in the second year.
Yeah, and a shout out to Abba once again. Yeah. He's up there with the big $50 dono. Thank you, man. But he was saying that he's more interested in Luis Castillo on those Reds, and frankly, it's like
overall,
like going on a player standpoint, I would much rather have Luis Castillo.
Oh my God, Castillo and Berrios with Manoah and hopefully Pearson.
Absolutely incredible. The thing is, with Castillo, like he will cost almost, or actually a little bit more than twice of what Sonny Gray is.
Yeah, definitely.
So when we put it in those perspectives, it's like I do think I'd rather get Sonny Gray with the cheaper thing. But if we could go out and get Luis Castillo, sign me up.
All right. Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Wow, Del Kermis is dead to me.
What do you
guy.
say? What do you
Go
say?
guy.
Wonder if this is a bad week for Nick to find out I'm a Vikings fan.
See you later, man. See you later.
The Vikings handed it to you. Well, it was a good game. Rodgers did pop off. But the Vikings, they came out on top.
Justin Jefferson absolutely torched us, man.
Yeah.
Torched us. Nothing we could do. Bills Mafia. Jeezy, we were at a Bills game last week.
Yeah.
That's why we're fucking like this.
That's
dude.
why we're sick.
We're disasters.
What do you have in America?
Sickness.
All right,
Anyways, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching.
And go, Jays, go!